Hello and welcome to another edition of Insomniac is the only competent dev that Sony has, and if they ever make them drop in quality, there will be hell to pay, Sony. Yeah, okay.
We really like taking cracks at Sony, don't we?
Yeah, we do. Okay, so the reason why I went to the options is something that's going to be seen after the first cutscene. Because Ratchet and Clank 1 does not start with subtitles on.
That's really weird. You think it would for the
No, there is a subtitle option. It's in the in-game menu.
Step, attach robotic ignition system.
Not
Thank you
in
for
the
using health
title
service
screen
technology.
menu, which is really stupid.
Mm.
Boy, this part gets really
This game just gives
really
me...
weird when you play the future games.
Speaking of future, I got a quick little story if you don't mind me sharing it.
All right, that's fine.
Alright, so for the longest time, my brother was the only one that had like the PlayStation 3. I believe that's when the Future series came out for.
Yeah,
if
future is
if I'm
PS3.
mistaken, correct me
Future is
wrong.
PS3.
Yeah. So for the longest time, my brother was the only one that had like the system, and he like loved to rub it in my face every chance he got. And so I was out shopping with my mom, getting groceries and that, and then she had asked like about the PlayStation 3, and I had stated that yeah, I've been trying to play the system, but you know how my brother is. So mom's like, well, it's on sale now. How about we get you a PlayStation 3? So got the PlayStation 3. My mom told my brother, and he got super pissed off at her for that.
I mean, it's like,
Because he's like, well, why does he need one? Like, we could... Yeah. Mom's like, well... He was like, well, why does he have to have his own one? Like, what, I could share mine. And mom's like, he's asked you multiple times and you refuse to share it with him. So he has his own system now. And so then the first game that I actually bought for my PlayStation 3 was Crack of Time, not the first of the Future series. That came later.
yeah, Crack in Time is the
Just 'cause,
last.
like, I
of the
couldn't
fe-
find a
is the
copy
last
of it.
Well, no, the third of the ones. And here's me turning on the subtitles and also turning down the sound effects.
Sound effects. Yep.
Yeah, see?
No, but I actually still... Yeah. That's just weird that they have that in the options menu. Like...
No, it's not that they have in the options
But
menu.
no,
It's that the title screen options do not have it. Anyway, resume your story.
That's what I mean. Like, that's what I mean. So, yeah, just... I pretty much finished. So then, after my brother finished sulking... like, yeah, according to mom, he was sulking for a while. I'm at the bus stop getting ready to go downtown. He shows up in his car, and he's just like, you know, I'll take you to the store. Then he apologized to me for having his temper tantrum.
Okay.
Yeah. But no, I always love the Ratchet.
I do
Clank
too,
games.
and
Like,
it's honestly,
they're...
I always hate the fact that Naughty Dog and Insomniac did Spyro and Crash and Spyro. But honestly, I'm not outright upset at Insomniac because Ratchet and Clank is just as good as Spyro.
Yeah, and keep in mind, Naughty Dog just decided to go down a different path. Like, they didn't outright give up Crash and Spyro. They just decided that, you know, these games, like, they were finished with the creating games for those characters, but there was still like that demand for it from like the fan bases.
Yeah, that's true. Unfortunately,
And like Ratchet and Clank, it's Yeah, go ahead.
Go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
Sadly,
go ahead.
Crash and Spyro are now owned by Activision, who's not really going to do anything with them because they made Vicarious make a fucking battle royale for Crash, and Toys for Bob, who are behind the Spyro Reignited trilogy, are in the COD mods. So fuck you, Activision.
Yeah, when word came out that Toys for Bob, they were planning a 4th Spyro game because Crash 4 did so well, so they figured let's do an official 4th Spyro game. Yeah.
Now you're playing. Now you're doing COD.
Activision gave them. Yeah, that just pissed off the entire community.
No, this is why no one likes saying Activision.
I don't think Activision really cared. Yeah, but okay, yeah, Crash Wampa League, I think that's what it's called. They're doing another thing now. Spyro and Allura are going to be playable characters.
I don't care.
Yeah, I know. I don't either. I'm just saying, okay?
I know. No, it's not you. It's more I hate Activision sucks. And the funny thing is,
oh yeah,
and this is one point I always find funny to bring up. And if one of us ends up doing Jack and Daxter, or if you end up doing the Sly series before one of us does Jack and Daxter, it's something I always like to point out, or it's something that I always find funny. Ratchet in God of War, Ratchet, God of War, Sly, and Jack all started on the same console, PS2. Out of those 4, only Ratchet and God of War are still actively used.
Well, he's on the radio every week.
Naughty Dog dropped Jack because they dropped
That's
everything,
right.
and now they're just the Last of Us machine.
Hello, citizens of.
And Sly had one last game that on PS3 that didn't do good. I haven't played it 'cause honestly I
liked.
I rage quit
Time.
3. I rage quit 3 because the pirate ship control is fucking blow.
Choicest planetary components available.
Mm.
So, what does this mean to you? You might ask.
Okay, since we're Ratchet and Clank, do you remember the Ratchet and Clank movie?
Yeah, I've never seen it. My only knowledge of the movie comes from the game, which I actually really like.
The game? Yeah. Yeah. No, when we're announcement for the Ratchet and Clank movie, personally I was excited. My friend at the time, he was excited too, because we kind of bonded over the Ratchet and Clank series. And I love that they actually had the original voice actors for Ratchet, Clank, and Captain Quark.
Yeah.
And
well, I mean, there wasn't
that movie had Sylvester Stallone in it.
Also, something I do want to notice. You notice that infobots do not have subtitles. It always fucking bugs me that they do that.
Even if I wanted to, I can't. I'm missing
They-
a crucial component.
They fixed that later on.
They fix it in Going
later
Commando
games, they do that.
onwards.
Robotic ignition system.
Words.
How did you know that?
But
Yeah.
and speaking of Going Commando, this game has aged honestly very poorly compared to all the other
I need to
games.
take you to this wherever it is, and you get my ship started.
Well,
for
it's
me?
the first game for the series, so
It is.
It kind
It
of hasn't
is.
found its footing yet.
It is, but it's also, but when you compare it to the other games, it's not really good.
Going back to my conversation about the movie, they could not have picked a better voice for Cameron Drake than Paul Giamatti, because he delivered
Whoa,
the
this
character
is
pretty
great.
well.
Yeah.
So that's where I've been stuck this whole time.
But
Please return your appendix.
that entire movie was actually
Huh?
produced in
Oh,
Vancouver,
right. Sorry.
Yeah, I remember
Oh,
that.
and by the way,
here in
stop
Canada.
calling me sir. The name's Ratchet.
Pleased to make your acquaintance, sir.
You got a name?
And,
My serial number is B5.
and then when I got my PlayStation 5
I'll just call
last
you
Christmas,
Clank
the game
for
that I
short.
got for Christmas was
Ripped
the
Apart.
recent one,
I still have not played
Rift
that.
Apart.
I still have
I
not
still
played
love
Rift Apart.
So good.
This time.
It's so good. Oh, I love it.
I will not stand
Like
for
any
Unfortunately,
game, the Ratchet and Clank game that brings
you have
Dr. Nefarious,
Let's
I
just
love.
see what Captain
I prefer him more than Chairman Drake, honestly.
Honestly, it's because they don't use any other villain other than Nefarious nowadays. So it's kind of disappointing.
Yeah, yeah,
Like, I mean,
yeah. Honestly,
this,
it would be kind of
Going
cool
Commando,
if they brought Chairman Drake.
the two PSP games, well, technically Secret Agent Clank,
Arsenal.
but
Oh no, not
yeah,
Arsenal.
and
Deadlock.
All wait, no, and the first two future games, all are without Nefarious.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And you just crashed the ship. God damn it.
Clank? Where are you? Oh, sorry about that.
I never actually played Secret Agent Clank. I did play Size Matters.
I'm gonna be playing that soon.
Didn't they port...
If there are any left.
Nice. Didn't they port Size Matters to the PlayStation 2 eventually?
They ported.
I think they did.
Sony ports almost every single PSP game that was based off of big IPs of the PS2.
Really?
The Ratchet and Clank games, well, the three I can think of actually are Ratchet and Clank games and Jak and Daxter Lost Frontier, which was the last game with Jak and Daxter.
I forgot about Lost Frontier. Yeah.
Yes, though we have
No,
Clank
sorry,
Runner
sorry if I'm quiet. I'm just bringing this.
What?
Yeah, Clank. I'm just saying, sorry if I'm quiet, just because I haven't seen this game in so long, so it's just memories are flooding back to me, dude.
Well, I mean, it's Insomniac.
This game holds,
Insomniac
like, a special place in my heart.
understands the work they put in. They always do. And again, it's why if they ever drop in quality, I will be extremely pissed.
Like, it's fascinating to see that Insomniac's gone from something like this to something like Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Because, like, it's just, like, they put the love and, like, the care into, like, those games, too, despite what you have, like, critics saying about them. Like, I still enjoy Miles Morales. Like, I still enjoy the games.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not spoiling Spider-Man 2. I'm not spoiling it. Like,
I know. I still have not played the game, by the way, so that's why he's doing that. I don't know when I will, though.
I'm being respectful. Also, I will have to say this. Do you think Toaster is going to get mad at you because you're destroying robots?
No. Because they're attacking people. We'll be back for that pipe. Because there is a little bit of backtracking in this playthrough, We'll talk about that when we actually get to the backtracking stuff. So I do all of the backtracking in one complete episode.
Oh, that's nice.
Well, there is one bit of backtracking I do, but it's mostly a quick little thing, though.
Oh, I remember this part of the bridge. Just, wow, poorly conceived. Just, wow, yeah.
And by the way, I do not buy every weapon in the game.
Should we address this? Oh yeah, go ahead. Oh,
one honestly has the first game has, in my opinion, the weakest weapon setup.
Which game do you think has like the best set of weapons?
If we're okay,
like from the original series.
Oh, okay. Are you including Deadlock?
I'm including Deadlock.
Because there's just so many good weapons. Even though I hate the story. The story is so fucking awful.
Yeah.
Awful, but it has some of the best
we got Courtney
fucking weapons.
back for it.
Like the dual Vipers, which have a cheat Yes, Ratchet and Clank does have cheats. I don't show the cheats in this game because the cheats are button combinations, not the same system as the other games. I also do not go for skill points in this game. Because there is no page that dictates the skill points until playing New Game Plus. Which is really stupid. As for why not just play New Game Plus? I do get all the gold bolts. So I want to show those.
That's good.
Don't hurt me.
We'll talk about the gold bolts when we get the first one, though.
Mercenaries, torturers.
Yeah. There's
We
even back to Deadlock. There's even a cheat where Ratchet will hold them gangster style.
We're not assassins.
Hold on. Let's see what he's got.
And it has one of the better melee-based weapons in the entire series, the flail. Because in the first two games, the melee weapon sucks. I'm not talking about the wrench. I'm talking about the purchasable.
That's why I come to Al's
But in Upper Arsenal, they start getting good because they actually add a little bit of range to that.
for my super electro gadgets since I was knee-high to a sand mouse.
It's like, I love the weapon system in these
So if you're
Deadlock.
fighting crime or just fighting grime, come to Al's Robo Shack in Metropolis for all your robotic repairs.
I think I like Mr. Zircon.
It's quark-tastic.
Yeah, Mr. Zircon is a good one.
Captain Quark is really sold out.
No.
I also
May Jim Ward
yeah.
rest in peace.
If we had a ship.
What? A ship? What? You're not going to torture me?
Oh, that's right. That's right. He was voiced by Jim Ward. I forgot.
And may he rest in peace. He is one of the voice actors we all
You
met.
can count on us, sir.
Right. Thank you, your chairman ship.
Who else did he voice? I can't remember.
In the Ratchet and Clank series?
Coordinates for new planets. You should press the select button to bring up the map.
Like just in general.
Checking. He was Diamond Head, Accelerate, Wildpine, and Mr. Beck and Ben 10.
Oh,
Chetty
no.
Betcha and Doug Dimmadome and Fairly Odd Parents.
He was Doug Dimmadome?
Yeah.
Oh, man. I did not know that.
I mean, you could tell if he was Chet because Quark's literally the exact same voice for that.
He wasn't Chet. Chet's the alien, right?
Chet was the
Chet's one of the
Chet was
kids,
the
isn't he?
newscaster.
Yeah. Chet, you betcha. Okay, yeah. Sorry, mine just kind of went.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, should we address where Edgy is for those who didn't see like our community post?
Yeah, for those who didn't see the community post, Edgy is vacationing in Romania. Romania, no. Romania, thank you. So he will not be joining us for the first few episodes. Also, Gold Bolt. These are what you use to buy the gold weapons in this game. I do show them off because you can get some of them in a first playthrough, but I don't buy any of them. Most of them are buyable in New Game Plus, but that's not the reason why I don't buy all of them. And I was going to save this for a later bit, but might as well. This game sucks when you're trying to grind for bolts. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. It fucking blows. And yet we have stuff, and yet the highest costing thing is 150,000 bolts. So yeah, no. That's why I don't really buy all the weapons. The most expensive thing I buy is the second health upgrade, which is 30k. But I do not buy the Rhino in this game. I do show it off. Like I'll be straight honest, I fight the final boss twice. Once without the Rhino and once with. Just to show how powerful the Rhino is. I don't do that for any other games. Like, I don't fight the final boss with the strongest weapon, mostly because... Well, I think I might do it for Dreadlocks. As of right now, I've only recorded this. I've only recorded this one for the series.
I said, look, the plumber's back.
The plumber.
Oh, hey, it's the plumber. It's the plumber.
Escape transports.
I love that he's still like a recurring character.
I know.
Escape transports are taking all the rich folks off this goddamn planet.
So
Yeah.
why aren't you on one?
Socioeconomic disparity.
What?
Not enough bolts.
Working people have to wait for Captain Clank to see them.
Like I said, I love the comedy of these games. It's really A+.
Got coordinates to a desert planet too.
An infobot. Ratchet, we can
Yeah.
use that.
Just purchase the infobot because sometimes you will need to buy stuff sometimes. Luckily, you do not you would
And then he
only
just
actively
goes
need
to
to
sewer
grind for bolts if you're aiming for all weapons. Aiming for every weapon period, including the Rhino and the gold weapons.
Oh, that was close.
And like I said, this game sucks when it comes to bolts. Alright, it really does.
We're not gonna live that
Yeah.
The other games have a bolt
Look, it's
multiplier in challenge mode, essentially New Game Plus.
Did you see that guy on the left?
This game does not.
Does he know Captain Quark?
I doubt it. He's a pro hoverboarder, always going off about how cool he is.
Looks like he's in trouble.
I'll say, I've never seen him look so freaked out.
Also, for those of you that have been playing that haven't played this in years, yeah, you might notice that Ratchet has a different voice actor. James Arnold Taylor, who voices him in every other game, starts voicing Ratchet in Going Commando. As of right now, in the first game it is, and it slipped my head.
Yeah, I was just gonna say like that. I know for a fact that that's not James Arnold Taylor. For
Mikey
those
Kelly
who are
is his
may
first.
not be familiar with James Arnold, there we go.
Yeah, Mikey Kelly is his
I was
first
just gonna say
voice.
for those who aren't familiar with. I was just gonna say for those who aren't familiar with James Arnold Taylor, he's also pretty well known as the voice of Johnny Test,
Yeah.
and he also voices Obi-Wan Kenobi for a lot of the Star Wars animated stuff.
Yeah. He's also the voice of Tidus in Final Fantasy X.
I think it's the Ratchet and Clank series that really made its mark for James.
That and the laughing scene of FF10. Because he outright loves how stupid that laugh is. He outright loves it.
Yeah.
And also, yes, you do notice that the air meter is off to the right. It only happens in the PS3 version. And yes, I am playing the PS3 version because I don't have a PS2.
Really?
Yeah, it's annoying, but it's not that bad. This also is the only game that has an air meter, by the way.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
And we all.
So I have a quick question. I can't remember. Oh, go ahead.
Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, is this like, do the weapons like upgrade over time in this one, or
No,
does
the
that start
only
with the
upgrade
sequel?
you upgrade to weapons you have in the first game is the gold weapons, and that's just for a few of them. That is just for a few of those weapons. Like
All right, thank you.
the bomb
I
glove
couldn't remember.
has one, and it's basically just a wider blast radius. The Pyrocidor, which I do buy because it's actually very helpful in mission later on, gets a green flame because it's a flamethrower. The blaster, which we'll be getting in the second level, has shot bouncing. I think that's all the ones I can think of that actively change. That's all the ones I can actively think of to change. And by the way, this is not necessary for this is not necessary for just trying to speedrun the game. The only reward by going through this area is just that gold bolt. Like I said, I'd go for all the gold bolts. But unfortunately, that's not all the gold bolts. We are missing one, and we're not going to be getting it until later on. You do have multiple. Sometimes you can get multiple planets. Basically, some will lead to dead ends, some will lead to other areas. Aradia leads to a dead end, but you do need to complete them. Every planet is completable. You have to go to every single planet. Because there are some times you will need a thing from another planet to actively finish a stage. Like Aradia. In order to get a like Aradia. You cannot actively complete it until, well, mission-wise, again, until you actively go complete Kerwan. So this game does have dead ends, but the dead ends are necessary. Which I kind of prefer that instead of just, oh, hey, here's this area that you have to go to. But you're just going to get like something stupid. I vastly prefer that. I think I lost D-pad.
Yeah. No, I'm listening, and I'm just also working on some stuff behind the scenes too, dude.